Bam! What is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. With everybody loves Juju 1-2 Talks Hoops. Y'all know what it is. Check ball. We up. Ju, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? What's happening? I
It's
feel
a
like
lot,
it's been a
man.
long time.
Yeah, it's been a few days. Been a lot going on. We're gonna get into that, but it's Black History Month. It's Black History Month. So I wanted to ask you before we get into what's going on now. Who was the first like black female athlete that you were introduced to? Like, do you remember? Like, who was the
First
first?
female black athlete that I was interested in?
Introduced to? Like, who was that first one that it was like?
Yeah,
that you remember?
Yeah, for me, it's Wilma Rudolph.
Wilma Rudolph. Wow. Okay.
Wilma Rudolph for sure.
For me, it's Cheryl Miller. But you know what's so funny? Is after Cheryl Miller, it's all track and field. It's all track and field, right? Because it was like there was like Evelyn Ashford. There, you know what I mean? There was, Wilma Rudolph. There was Jackie Joyner Kersey. There was FloJo. You know what I mean? So it was just all of these track stars, because that was probably the only sport that I knew black females went pro in. As a kid,
I'm
like there wasn't a. You know what I mean?
I knew about Thea Gibson. I knew about Thea Gibson.
Thea Gibson. Yeah. Now, so like those are names that I got introduced to later, right?
Later.
You start learning about. Oh, okay, we did play tennis. So, but at the time, growing up, it was basketball, and then probably all track and field athletes until.
Tennis.
Wow.
Track. And then
until I really started getting into like college hoops myself, probably, you know what I mean? And but they weren't pro athletes, you know what I mean? They were, just collegiate athletes. So yeah, I was just wondering. So we got, let me see, Janae, Antoinette, what's up, fam? Farrell, what's good? Deke, what's happening? Check ball, we up. Bree Wayne, the bot in the house. Ashley, what's good? Big Rent, Cheryl Williams in the building. What's happening? What's happening? So a lot going on. I did go back and watch y'all's game. I saw y'all take the loss.
Yeah.
Listen, what I said after I saw it was we dodged a bullet. LL, what's up, fam? The agent in the building.
LL.
Little League football, where it's at. I mean, yeah, them got some bullies. Under 6, y'all know what it is. They went to Vegas. We're gonna be catching up with them too to see how Vegas was, but it wasn't a bad loss, but it was a loss. Iowa did some things that I was surprised that they were able to do. Stokey outplayed Kiki Iriafen. That's what I saw. Like, I felt like at the end of that game, like, damn, hey, we dodged the bullet. I had been looking for Kiki to come to SC, and it was like I'm glad that she didn't. She's not showing up as the beast that I thought she was gonna be. I really felt like she got exposed on some things, and I walked away from that game feeling like, wow, Cam Brink really covered up a lot on defense for Kiki. And so I know when we talked before, you was like, hey, yeah, in some instances, Juju was better off with the nerds. Um, but I didn't think it was gonna be in that instance. Like, I'm sorry, the Kennedy Smith kid is showing up a little bit better than Kiki from what I'm seeing, as far as
Mhm.
like being ready, being a dog, and having that
Yeah.
mentality. So I don't know. I don't know where you go. I don't know. I actually felt like Rail Marshall was more like let's get it than Kiki, but I don't know. Tell me if this was. I haven't watched every game, so maybe this was just a one off
I think
for Kiki. But walking away, I'm like,
I think
who
Brie
are
Wayne
you?
is right. She watched the game. There was a little out physicalness. There wasn't 100%. I could tell. Kiki, she settled down and she did battle back and forth with really good after a while and got Hannah Stokey in the foul trouble. And Grady was hitting from the elbow high post, but it was the big and 50-50 balls. Oh my God, they killed us on that. And our turnovers in the first half, we're not even supposed to. We're supposed to be averaging between 11 and 12 if we want to be a national contender. We have to be 11 and 12 or less. 18 turnovers and stuff like that's not going to win, and that's not going to get you far in the tournament. I agree with you on that 100%, Brie Wayne. And then Juju on the beat does got to improve. I told Cess that this morning. I don't know, her three ball is, it's there sometimes not. But for Iowa, giving them credit on this, Lucy Olsen was supposed to be the heir apparent to help.
Hey man, y'all had Lucy Olsen up there looking like Jordan. She was on. Y'all had her looking like Jordan.
Lucy averages 17 points. She is a mid-range shooter. What Lucy was able to do was to get to her spots, and it's real awkward how she does it, and she has this awkward behind the head shot. But because Caitlin was there, Caitlin being fired her up, and she really had a breakout game. Lucy hadn't been. If I was scouting them, I wouldn't have thought
she
that
was out there
Lucy
like
would
she
have
was
had.
on a Jordan moment, Drew.
She had not
I couldn't believe
she had not had a 28-point game this year. She had a breakout game.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
But that's Lucy. That was Lucy before where she came from.
I mean, that's what they said. They said that she was coming there to replace the production of.
I mean, Jew single-handedly. Yeah, bring that production
as Kelly Harper would do to replace the production of their player that went to the W.
Yeah,
that's how they refer. That's how they refer to Camilla now. Yeah. I ain't doing it. Let me see. Without that first quarter all out blitz, we don't pull the upset though. Yeah, the first quarter was awkward, but USC battled back and got the lead. So the first quarter to me was negated. I didn't understand after you got the lead, how do you lose? Out rebounded and the post players for USC didn't come to play.
Couldn't.
Okay.
One.
That's what I felt like. I felt like I would rather go to war with Marshall. That's what I left the game from. Like if I had to pick one,
you gotta understand. She could have played Clarice when Juju penetrated and dished this pass that I know that Kiki and Rhea have trouble catching. Clarice caught it and put it back up. Avery Howe.
No. I'm just talking about between those two. Between Marshall and Iriafen. If I had to pick between those two, I would go to war with Marshall first.
Well, Marshall.
Yeah, I would. I feel like she gonna fight. I feel so bad for Juju because she brought him back at the half. Yeah, it was. She did. It was even blow. She blew kisses to the crowd like she was ready to go get it, and then emotional game. And then the supporting cast did not rally behind her. Yeah, it's Juju. That was sad. I agree. Olsen's shot is so awkward, but it goes in.
It is very
Juju
awkward.
Either has to take over or set up others for easier buckets.
You know who will black out from behind would be Hannah. Hannah plays kind of like I'll sneak up behind you and fade behind you. Her shot is coming from behind her head, and that's a thing where Hannah will come behind you and get you. So Citron too. Yeah, they don't. I don't think they. And that's what surprises me. I felt like, and this is just my opinion, but I felt like I was like, did you even scout them? Because I told you beforehand, since that it's the guards come down and they do a down screen, bring the high up, and the high can shoot the elbow shot, the post, or it's the other way around, and you get a mismatch. And they did a couple of back doors. I mean, we were doing a lot of things that we do, but I think Avery should have shot more. She was 50% from the field goal and the three, but she only shot like 7, 8 times. I'm like, no. We need you to shoot the ball. Heckle, we need you to shoot the ball. Like, don't make Juju shoot 22. She does better when she's shooting between 16 and 18 shots. Don't let Juju doesn't have, and I don't mean penetrated. She got to penetrate drive all day. That's fine, but she shouldn't take 7 and only make 1 3 because you guys weren't taking your 3 ball. You can shoot it off of a zone. The zone is a catch and shoot offense. You have to be ready to catch and shoot. They were thinking, let's pass the ball around, and I'm like, no, sweetheart, you only got a millisecond to get that shot off. Pull it. You're open. You're only open for this, and you can do it. And I seen Avery do it. I seen Kennedy do it from the corner. I seen Heckle do it from the corner. I saw Avery do it. Avery Howe is our sniper. That woman can shoot. That young girl can shoot. And when they look at how much they were like out of sync and out of step, okay, it's 10:30 in the morning for us. It's 1:30 their time, which means you probably started getting up at 6 or 7 and so on and so forth. But we've done it a few times. We've done it before. We got to get used to it. It's no excuse. And I almost feel that they overlooked this team. And if that's so, your pride, you got humbled. It's like, why did you look past Iowa? Everybody, you could tell that Iowa was a team that we should have no problems with. But
I don't know if they overlooked as much as Coach G overlooked. Coach G looked overwhelmed.
Yes.
Coach G looked overwhelmed on the sideline. It's like, hey, do you know where you at? What are you doing?
Did you see? Do you know? And then you come in with the legacy uniforms, blending in with the goddamn crowd. Put your black uniforms on. Why are you wearing yellow? Gold. That's their colors.
It wasn't. She didn't have them prepared. I'll say that.
She's done this for the game. Okay, but we're talking about 2025 right now. We're talking about 2025. We get it, and we're gonna sit here. We're gonna pay honor to her by showing her respect because of what she's done for the game. We got to do that. That's fine. But other than that, we're coming to kick your ass. Like you said, foot on the gas. You talked about foot on the gas for every other team, but you wasn't talking that shit about Caitlin Clark. And then what you trying to audition for a coaching position?
I don't know. They was turned up.
Goddamn Iowa.
They was turned up in Iowa.
Don't wear legacy gold. What the hell you wearing gold for? And we can't wear white, Bruin, because that's our home color. We got red. We got our black ones. Our cold black ones are my favorite. I'm like, what are you wearing that for?
Yeah. But it was. I heard that you all stayed for the actual jersey retirement. Very classy.
That's fine. So. That's fine. That's respectful.
No, that was classy. That was classy.
Yeah.
But before we switch gears to something else, I do want to take the time because Coach Rowe called out something yesterday. And I want to make sure that I call it out a few times because nobody is really talking about it. And it has nothing to do with basketball. But Colorado Buffs, the Colorado Buffaloes football program, right? Revamped under Deion Sanders. Finished the season 9-4, 7-2 in the Big 12. Number 4 team in the Big 12 standings. Just 2 years after they went 1-11, right? Here's what they're not talking about. And Coach Rowe brought this up yesterday. And I want to say this again, and I want people to make sure that they tell people, everybody tell 10 people. Colorado announced that the student athletes produced a cumulative GPA of 3.287, nice, with the football team earning a 3.0 GPA. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? So they not just producing on the field; they're producing in the classroom too. And ain't nobody talking about that part. He got a 3.0 football team. So call that out. Call that out. This is the highest mark in school history. The highest mark for the football team in school history under Coach Deion Prime Sanders. Coach Prime. Coach Prime, man, changing lives, changing lives, changing lives. So I want to make sure that I call that out again. We talked about that last night, but I want to call that out because it was news and I had not heard it. And I want to make sure that people know, like, Coach Prime is really doing this thing down there. So shout out Coach Prime. Shout out Coach Prime. Yep. Run them likes up, y'all. Run them likes up. Back to basketball. Back to basketball, dude. Back to basketball. I don't know. Let me see. That's why I always call out our USC girls with their good grades, dude. I'm just stating the facts. What happened, Ashley? Oh, he said it was some tainted goods in the building. Okay. Tainted goods in the house. Okay. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. 3.2 is a magna cum laude.
Yeah.
If they're seniors. Yeah, absolutely. So make
Yeah,
sure
I like
y'all
to.
make sure y'all tell them.
I like to call out grades. I had called out the grades because of our freshmen. Our freshman cumulative 3.2 or 3.3, and our top freshman was Kaylee Heckle with 4.0. So I was really impressed with their academics and even listening to how they said they told their story of like how they have an advisor traveling with them because I was worried about the trouble. Listen, I played 2 sports. People ask me how did you get by, and I said I was in their class a lot. I don't know how I got by with damn near 3.0. I don't know because like I had a couple of people like take notes when I wasn't there, things like that. And, they kind of thought I was an athlete and they're like, okay, we're going to help you. We're going to take your notes, whatever the case may be. But it's a lot. The thing that I love in this generation, Cess, is that I noticed some of the girls on USC, they have Zoom classes. So they'll just be on their phone or their tablet. So I think you mentioned that they're probably still having Zoom class. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they still were having Zoom. So that's, I think it's fair. I hope that a lot of programs are like take the athletes in consideration because I told you I had that professor that told me I don't care if you're an athlete. Don't think you're going to get special treatment here. And I was like, oh Lord, I didn't even bring that up. I just happened to be in the newspaper that day, but at college. But it's like some don't like you, and you got to know which ones to take and what to take. But I didn't have a choice. That was all that was left. I had to take him there. Like he's gonna dog you, And the modern age of having Zoom, like you should be able to go part Zoom, part in class. So I think they're really making it. If you take advantage of that and you're tutoring, you should be fine. You can be fine. Just to anybody, kids, you may have kids out there that are thinking of going to college and wondering how you're going to handle this next step of education. As long as you take advantage of the resources, you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to do.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of resources and tools out there. Plenty of resources and tools out there for them to be able to stay in touch and
I
keeping
think
up and keeping up
what
with
I noticed
classwork.
with our guys is that when they had summer training, they were also taking classes. So they got a hit on like their credits in case they have to withdraw in case they don't do well in the course. I never thought of that. I never thought that when I was there in the summer to take a class or two so that I can graduate like on time in 4 years. So that's good.
Absolutely. Want to stay on time for graduation. So let me see. I think USC is a great recruit. USC coach is a great recruiter, but I don't think she's a great coach yet. And unfortunately, I just don't know that. I don't know that she's gonna be able to stay there to become a great coach, right? Like, do we have time for you to learn how to be a great coach on Juju's watch? Like, we got things to do. We got goals. Like, we appreciate you, love you, but you may have to go. To me, if they're not Final Four, maybe some of y'all said Elite Eight, but they're not Final Four this year. Then what good are you? I've seen you outcoached in some situations that you shouldn't be outcoached in.
She's been to the Final Four, and it's not that her resume is not there. She
I'm talking about I'm talking about Juju to the Final Four. That's what I'm talking about. This
Right,
is
I know
this is
you are.
Juju's
I
legacy.
know you are. I
This
know
is
you are.
Juju's legacy right now.
And I hear you. And I hear
Not
you
Lisa
because it's
Bluter.
like
They don't need to hire Lisa Bluter.
Juju to the Final Four. Like if she goes all 4
Yeah, this is
years
legacy.
and never does that.
Yeah, but USC doesn't need to hire Lisa Bluter. I don't think that's the answer.
No, we don't need no Lisa Bluter. Look, she's a great recruiter. When she gets jazzy, I don't know what she's gonna do in terms of her insight. I don't know what she has up her sleeve. She has an announcement. She's got the guards that want to come there, but it's like and forwards, but it's like moving forward. What we do in the paint is going to be a big deal. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be losing, a lot of seniors, a lot of post players, big players. So it's going to be interesting across the country. Like it's not a lot of 6'7" roaming around out there. 6'6", 6'4", 5s. So, and I don't necessarily want another freshman to start all over again. I want to build from the freshmen to them becoming sophomores, and sophomores becoming juniors. So you got to look in junior college. You got to look at the JUCOs as well as international. International bigs. But look in the JUCO ranks, or portal will see what's moving around.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta look everywhere. You gotta look under every rock. It's talent out there. You gotta go find it.
Every rock.
But I don't know that the talent is the issue as much as it's.
No, it's not the talent.
Like yesterday, I mean not yesterday, but in that game they just weren't prepared. Like I said, they had the wrong uniforms on. They didn't make the right. They didn't make the right rotations. I don't know. She just didn't have them prepared.
She didn't fire them up. It's like Jansen was so fired up, running up and down that side. I was like, what? A good coach shouldn't have to do that. That's my opinion. That's what I was told. A coach should be able to, you prep your opportunity and you let the players figure it out based on what you have worked on and to do. You shouldn't have to be running up and down, jumping up and down. You should be able to sit back and relax and let them go and work them through, let them work through that. And I know she was trying to do that. But until Ju hit that 3 and made it 4, it was 11-1. And then it somehow became 18-4 after the first quarter. And I was like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. And I told you what she said in the huddle. Okay, so we're going to try to close in by 10. And they're like, no, we want to take the lead. And you saw them rear back on their own, like, bump you. You don't know, closing by 10. We want to go into halftime with a lead. And Ju hit back to back. Once the steal that to put it over right before that, she had just scored. She was putting them on their back. But what made me upset was like, you saw what Juju was doing, y'all. And I'm saying that Kennedy helped with some steals too. Where was everybody else?
Oh yeah, nobody followed her. Nobody followed her. That was that's it would have been a meeting. It'd have been a meeting afterwards. Because I'm out here at the half blowing kisses. We supposed to come back out here and run them. I'm out here blowing kisses at the half. Man, when I come back out here, y'all supposed to be matching my energy. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. That's like we was all out and only some of us, it was a fight and everybody didn't fight. See, I don't understand that part. I'm from a different era, so maybe it don't go like that. But if one fight, we all fight. That was the rules coming up. So when she blew the kiss, she was like, it's on. The fight's on. So everybody was supposed to, man, pull your shorts up. It's time to go to work. And everybody didn't come go to work. I don't know. Juju was so fired up walking into the locker room. How are you not infected by that? Like, man, come on, man. We just came all the way back like that. I'm on one blowing kisses. And then y'all like, well, we'll see. I don't know. Bro, with all these people in the building? Man, hell no. Hell no. See, so I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, they had one job, but we talked about them. I got another team I want to talk about. Duke, come on down.
Yeah.
Duke, come on down. Who are y'all? Who
It's getting good,
are
y'all.
y'all?
It's getting good.
Because, and maybe, so here's the thing. I didn't, okay, I got to go back and look at this game. Because, Duke, you held NC State to 8 points in the second quarter. Right? And then they just start torching y'all. They went off of 26 in the third and 31 in the first. I mean 31 in the fourth. Like, Duke, who are you? But come on down. You now. I mean, you the next contestant.
They
You the
did
next
it. They
contestant.
did a U. That's called doing a U on you, where we all know Duke is known like for their defense. You know, that's what they pride themselves on. And so when Kentucky spins the tables like and plays tough defense on them, they did a U on you. Just flip the tables on them. Like, no, we got defense too, and but the difference is we got offense.
And I got to figure out what's
And it
going
didn't
on with my
help
girl.
that Georgia Elmore went on a heater. Just like
No.
Isaiah James went on a heater.
This is Duke.
I mean,
This is
I'm
Duke.
sorry, Isaiah James. I'm
This is
sorry,
Duke.
not.
This is
I was
Duke.
just using that example, but Isaiah James
Okay.
went on a
Yeah, she snapped because Zam didn't do anything. Zam didn't do anything. She had 0 points in 13 minutes.
But I wasn't surprised. We're not surprised by Isaiah James being
She
able
went.
to do that.
No. I need for Zam to do something. I need to understand what's going on with Zam Jones, or Zam Jones needs to be headed out of NC State. I'm not clear because she's not. This isn't the same kid. This isn't the same kid from earlier this season. So I don't know if she's still hurt or what. I got to go
I
look
would
at
have
this.
loved to
I
have
got to go
seen.
look at this.
Yeah,
But Isaiah James went 15 to 19. She went 15 to 19 on the night. 4-8 from free throw, 2 of 5 from 3. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks.
Nice.
36 points, almost a 40 ball on Duke. Where was the defense?
Look what FM
She
said.
almost dropped it. She almost dropped a 40 ball. Zam did her only layup and missed, and then coach pulled her immediately. I see she was only out at 13 minutes.
Hey, Missy. Wow. You can't even give the freshman a chance. Really? Like nobody misses layups? Like you're gonna need her down the stretch.
I don't know. I got to go back and watch this game. I got to go back and really pay attention to this
You gotta
game.
play your freshmen.
What's up, Miss D?
Like, you gotta. This is a time to play. You can't just expect them to perform down in March. You gotta play your freshmen and let them to make a few mistakes. It's these upperclassmen doing freshman mistakes that kill me. When upperclassmen be looking like freshmen, that's what drives me, makes me want to pull my hair out. These freshmen are doing freshman things. It's like, okay, I get it. Now if they just outright getting outplayed, I get it. You gotta pull them because you don't and talk to them. But I don't know how. You know what I'm curious is, hey, what's up, Tina? Good morning, sis. I'm just wondering how much does Chris Cocaina's, for instance, losing that defensive coordinator type thing hurt us. And some of these assistant coaches, when things are going on, I don't think you're talking about us, but assistant coaches, how much are you involved in helping the head coach on the bench? Are you giving her the stat sheet to look at to see who's doing what and who you might want to rotate back in because you can see on the stat sheet that they're contributing? Some of these head coaches, like, are you just sitting there collecting a check? What is your job? What do you do? And it drives me crazy. Like when Gillette was sitting there talking to Lay, that's what I'm talking about. Don't let her go to the end of the bench. Come sit with me for a second. Let me just talk to you. Kadisha Sesson, she does it too. It's like that's important. Dawn can't go down there and start doing all that. Like, what is your job? What is your job? What is your job?
So I'm with RC on this one. Kara Lawson continues to underperform. I keep asking y'all. Y'all think I'm being funny? Tell me about your favorite Kara Lawson post game press conference moment. Tell me about the one you believed. Tell me about the speech
Don't
you
ask
started
me
giving. You believe
because I have none.
yeah, she's got it. So I'm so
I
glad,
have
and
none.
I know y'all get mad at me about this, but I'm so
What?
glad that it's Kim Caldwell at Tennessee and not Kara Lawson. At first, I was thinking Kara should go, and I was thinking Kara should take her luggage because I thought it was going to be Louis and go to Tennessee. I'm so glad that she stayed at Duke and left Rocky Top alone. I love what's going on at Rocky Top. It may not turn
She
out
didn't
to
win
be
no national
everything
champ.
it's
She
supposed to
was
be
one
this
of the
season, but
Cara
it's
was
growing.
one of the players that doesn't have a championship. I sat there and struggled with her and Andrea Carter and my homegirl Lori and them for forever trying to get a championship. That was one of the bottom.
You didn't have to go to that part. You
No,
didn't
I
have to
don't. I
go to
don't.
that. You didn't have
No,
to go to that part. And the reason why I
they
say
did
you didn't
good in
have
the
to go to that,
Olympics.
the reason why I say you didn't have to go to that part is because you don't have to have a national championship to be a good coach. Dawn doesn't have one.
I didn't like her as a
She
player.
went 3 times. Okay, so now here we go. See, now
That's
we're
the
getting to it.
truth.
It's not about
Okay,
the
that's the truth. I'm
championship.
sorry,
It's
Cara.
not about the championship. It wasn't you.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so it wasn't about the championship. Okay, see, there
It
you go.
wasn't about
There
the
you go.
championship. I didn't like you
There
as a
you go.
player.
Come on, there you go. Tell the truth. There you go.
I'm
Come
just
on now.
being honest. All right, I'll be honest.
She was the Tennessee lady volunteer that you didn't believe, right? Right.
No.
This is how I describe it for me. It's like
No.
Candace and Shamiqua and Nikki and Kara.
Tamika.
You know what I mean? Tamika too. You know what I mean? I'm just naming a few, but
Sydney
and then you go
Spencer. Ace
and
Clement.
then you go and then Kara, right? And so it's not a knock on Kara. I think that she's trying. Well, it is kind of a knock on Kara.
Michelle Snow, like Tiffany Johnson. I got a lot of players from Tennessee. There's a Nikki. You said Nikki.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, Donnie. I want to say Dawn went at least 3 times. I want to say she went at least 3 times to the Final Four. Carried Virginia on her back, couldn't finish. But Kara Lawson was the one that was like didn't live up to what at that time University of Tennessee standard was as far as like delivering the championship and how
I think I like her as a commentator or analyst, but I don't think you like her as she's not a color commentator, but she knows her stuff.
Here you go. Okay, so now I
don't know where the coaching came in.
You did take the lady all out the coaching realm. Like you just like, well, I mean, she can commentate. I mean, you didn't let her assistant coach, go to coach camp, nothing. I mean, I'm not clear right now. Why she got to go back to commentating?
You said I'm not clear right now.
Yeah, I'm not clear. You was like, yeah, well, you know, she can go back to commentating. You know, she's a great commentator. Wait a minute. You didn't let her try to recruit, nothing, scout, nothing. Okay. Well,
or she might do.
Now Miss D is doubling down on it. Miss D just said Kara couldn't win at Tennessee by herself. She was not a star, a good player, and then doubled down on it by coming back with she was a good commentator. Maybe she shouldn't coach. It's not for everyone. Okay. Yeah, Drip went to 3 Final Fours as a player. Thank you. Iceman was good. So that experience definitely helps Drip in the coaching. I just didn't want to. I didn't want people to think that we actually believe that you have to have a national championship to coach, because most people who have national championships can't coach. A lot of them, because they're too passionate about the game.
Kim Caldwell's record was impeccable coming into that position. She had a winning record and leading up.
Now maybe AAU. They got this girl going down to the AAU. Now you got this girl all the way. Got to go to the AAU.
Or maybe she needs to coach the pros. Maybe talking to young college students, the way she talks to them, she's so cerebral and philosophical. Maybe that's for the pros. I don't know if that's for young, impressionable teams who just want to have fun in the game and play.
What is she doing? What is she doing in the pros? I don't remember. She
was okay. I think she played for the Mystics or something.
But did she?
She did great in the Olympic game, like the final game. She was awesome.
Okay. So a great Olympian. I got it. Great Olympian.
She's a great Olympian. That game that I saw, that was her. We got that goal. She was shining. Like her way of style of play when everybody else was tired. Like she balled out. Yeah, no, I don't know about her being at the Monarchs. I thought it was Mystic. It was something. She might have played for a couple teams. Like, you should check it out though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I mean, maybe she'd be all right in Duke. I mean, maybe I gotta give her more time. I mean, they are a lot better than they were.
She played with the Monarchs, Connecticut Sun, and the Washington Mystics. She had an 12-year career from 2003 to 2015.
I don't know about that, Misty. I don't know. I think I never heard Cynthia being abusive. It was more Cheryl. Cynthia broke NCAA violation rules, maybe just not understanding.
I don't know, but what they was calling abusive to me was just
right.
But I think what people called abusive was what they were used to as players, like as coaches, what they went through. That's what they knew a coach to be, and so that was their approach. Their approach was to coach like they had been coached. Because that's
holding players accountable. Like,
well, I mean, not only that. I mean, come on, they was rough. They was rough on you. Listen, some of the practices and some of the words and stuff ain't for everybody. Some people feelings get hurt when we get to talking in here.
Didn't know that, Misty. Okay. But
okay. And I'm not going to deny that happened. I'm not going to deny that happened, but I'm also not going to act like that there wasn't a Bobby Knight out there. That Bobby Knight would be canceled in this day and age,
in this era,
right?
Right.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Right.
So thank goodness that there's that things have evolved. Yeah. But there were.
I mean,
I'm not gonna act like there weren't some good things that came out of those coaching styles, but there was a way to do it. Not all coaches were like that, but there was more accountability. I don't know. I'm not going to say that there was more pride in the game, but there was a different pride about being a player in the game and how you took care of the game and how you showed up for the game. I think that's different now. But that's because of the many different opportunities and experiences the kids have now. Like some of them.
Well, how do you tell? You say they can't handle being told the truth. Is that what you're saying? If I tell you, I'm not calling you garbage.
No.
If I say you playing like garbage.
No.
Is that wrong?
What I'm saying is, you can't be like, Middleton, you're playing like hot fucking garbage. Get your ass down the floor. Move it. That's some shit we was listening. That's some shit we was, all right, Coach, bro, I got you, like, relax, right? Today they got to be like, hey, Julie, I'm going to need you to pick it up, okay? We want to go here. You're kind of going there. You see the difference? You could say that stuff, but it's the way in which you deliver it. So, like I said, we're used to Middleton, move it, get the fuck back. What you're, right?
You don't let me bring my track coach. She gonna tell you
now,
about
today's
telling me to get off the track. Get off the track.
Get out of my practice,
basically.
Right? You can't do that. Look, now today's. Hey, Julie, stop by my office when I have a word. Want to have a word with you? See, just make sure we're on the same page. This is the approach nowadays. You got to meet kids where they are. But
you think that was going to get me off from sitting down because I was so goddamn tired? Like, you think that was going to get me to get up? What you just said.
But you cut from a different cloth. You cut from a different cloth. I probably wouldn't even take you serious. Who you talking to? Stop by. I ain't got time for the interview. What you talking about, Coach? Holler at me. Let's go. What? That would be the reaction. Like, come sit down, have a meeting. I don't know. Sometimes me, smoke a peace pipe. All that. I don't got time for that. What's up, Coach? It's like mild mannered therapist talk versus military drill sergeant talk. Absolutely. Yeah. But it's not that they don't understand that it's another way. For them, that was what was their success, right? Drip goes hard, but drip goes hard differently, and drip goes hard in a way that allows them to see. Number one, she's transparent about what's going to happen. Drip goes hard, but the other thing about drip is, the worse we do, the calmer she is. The better we do, the madder she is. Have you ever noticed that? When the game is close, Dripper's like, coach. When we get up 20, she be like, yes, sir. What are you doing? Box out. You know, that type of shit. Yeah, Drip is something different. Dion goes hard too. But they also know that with what they have been able to do that other coaches have been able to do is one thing about these kids nowadays is they have to know that when they call, you're coming. They have to know that they can count on you to show up. When kids know that you'll show up for them, they'll run through a wall for you. They know the Drip will show up. They know that Prime will show up. No matter what the day, the hour, the issue, whatever it is, they will show up. And Drip talked about that over the Asia retirement. She talked about, all I want y'all to worry about is playing basketball. All that other stuff, bring it to me. Bring it to me. And she had to learn how to be that type of coach. And she talked about that. Like, bring all that other stuff that you think is a problem, bring it to me. Like, she joked about Asia feelings was hurt because she had broke up with her boyfriend. And she was like, oh, y'all will be back together next week. You know what I mean? So, those are, and that's why, people think I'm joking, but I say protect them at all costs. People think that they can imitate them. They can't. They can't, because it's still something special inside that makes them want to see these young people win as people and not players. All the rest of that stuff that comes with the game after they're finished with their program is just, that's the cherry on top. You'll be a better person.
And you guys got to know that head coaches deal with a lot. I was talking to my friend that's friends with Dawn, and she was saying, some parents, they on the phone, voicing their thoughts and opinions and advocating. I'm putting it nicely. They do a lot of stuff like trying to get parents to like let them coach, basically just like telling them, calming them down. Like they got to handle those, those phone calls, have those meetings, because it's like they got a lot of people in their ear. My daughter, what you doing? You ain't really playing my daughter. I think she should do what's going on with they're handling behind the scenes a lot like that. And I'm probably sure their athletic directors are like, what's happening? What's going on? And my athletic director had a lot to say because she was my former head coach, and she was still trying to pull strings from where she was at. And now we have GMs. So it's a lot for that the head coach is doing, and then the assistant coaches are the ones, they're there on practice, but then assistants are supposed to be running these practices. But it's like, and then there's you got the scouting film guy, and he does a breakdown and brings you the analysis of what he's seeing, and then you're trying to mix all of these ingredients in together, and then put this. I feel like if you told me I had the assignment like Bree Hall did against Lucy Olson, then I want to look at everything I can about Lucy Olson so I can exploit every tendency and every weakness that she has. If I know ahead of time who I got, besides what you've already talked to me about, what I've already seen in film, maybe you did one-on-one, I'm going to do my own work. Where is the extra work?
Like Bree said, I've been watching YouTube. I watch YouTube to get ready for Madison Booker.
You're always on YouTube phone anyway.
The other thing about Drip is never even coaching. She's never even coaching in the moment that's going on in the game. She's coaching March. She's coaching April.
For a head.
She's coaching what it needs to be, what it needs to look like then for us to be successful. So it's never even, half the time it ain't even really about the opponent that's on the floor as much as it's about, are we executing what the hell I sent you out there to execute? Because it doesn't matter who the opponent is, it's the execution of it.
So you said something. You said that they're coaching for March. Here's an example.
Yeah,
I've only caught a little bit. So Coach Yo, they made a comment, the Vandy announcers, about her being a teacher, and then calling a timeout. What it was like seconds to go or something. And
I wouldn't do that at 15 with. Well, that's why.
Okay, but it's you're coaching for later. That's the way.
And that was my point. That's why they commentate and not coaching, because they don't know that is when you do call time. I got 3 of these. I'm gonna use them how I want to use them.
Boy does it a lot.
Use them, but I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them to better my team. It's not about you guys are thinking about right now. I'm thinking about hey, I need you to understand what you're seeing right here and why this is happening and how you counter this. and how you recognize that this is what's happening to you, so I don't have to waste a timeout on this in March. I'm timing you out on it right now
Now.
so that you know it and you recognize it. So we
Yes.
don't have to talk about this in March. Oh, great. This is something I need to show you. A timeout. Don't manage my timeout. That's like counting somebody's pockets. Shut up. You paid until the end of the show. It's 40 minutes. Talk to the end. All that, and don't give your opinion about that. That was the rudest, dumbest thing ever. Who even asked you? Here she go, taking a timeout. She does this a lot, but you see her defenses are improving a lot. You see that she's improved this program since she's got there. So if you go unless you gonna fire her, shut up and let her have her process. But see, you keep talking over the wrong parts of the game. You ain't figured that out. You see what I'm saying? You talking and we trying to hear what the other person is saying. So I thought that was really lame. And I'm glad Dawn and others stepped up and called that out. That was really unnecessary. That was really unnecessary. And I say that even though I still think her seat is warming up, but I digress. Coach O's preparing for March. They should do their TV talking to the final buzzer. That's what we paying you for. That's what we paying you for. They could have talked about something else. So we had Unrivaled. You didn't get to see those? You didn't get to see the Unrivaled, huh?
I didn't get to see, but I heard you're taking it. I was wanting to see if you wanted to talk about tomorrow's game with Ohio State and UCLA.
Oh, that's my virtual birthday party, y'all. Pull up all day tomorrow. Pull up tomorrow all day. But UCLA and Cody, don't put your hands on me, McMahon. On Ohio State is the birthday party. Pull up.
How do you think the UCLA will do with the intense press of Ohio State?
I think the press and the depth. I'm going to Ohio State, and so I think it is that the press and the depth will be able to wear them down, the physicality. But I'm not gonna front. This is an Asia Petty "Who are you" moment. Who are you? Betts is coming. Who are you? Now you left the SEC. Now you over here in the Big Ten. How you gonna deal with it? How are you gonna deal with it? You've been up and down. Let's see. It's a Asia Petty moment. Jelani Cambridge, I mean, Ohio State. We can really find out. Ohio State took that loss to Penn State, and that was shocking for me. I love me some Gracie Merkel though. Gracie Merkel, y'all know I love some Gracie. But they took that loss to Penn State. I wasn't expecting that.
But they haven't lost since then.
No, they haven't, and I feel like FIBA Cody is back. I feel like she had a breakthrough about a game and a half ago, where it was like, I'm back, like, and she was screaming on folks again, and it was like, okay, I'm liking the energy. Jelani has had games where she's looked, I mean, absolutely fabulous, and then she's had games where she looked like a freshman. So this is a bigger game for Ohio State than it is for UCLA, I think. But this is an opportunity for Cody to have a signature game, for Asia to have a signature game, and prove that she wasn't running away from the SEC, but she was going to a conference that was going to allow her to showcase her skill set better. But Chance Gray, I'm looking for her to have a torch out tomorrow. I'm looking for her to be a sniper, on some sniper. Yeah, it's a who are you game for Ohio State. Absolutely. It's who are you week for Ohio State.
They don't have anything to lose. I mean, we're both tied for second
Nothing but
in
the
Big Ten with Ohio State. So you don't have to lose. And then you have everything to gain to try to like knock off a number one ranked team and just disrupt stuff.
Listen, that's like the bad boys, the Detroit Pistons bad boys crashing the party in in 88, 89, right? Crashing the
Yeah.
party, like, oh, we here.
Yeah,
Y'all
like
thought it was
everybody's looking
them?
at these two, but
Yeah,
nobody looking
hi.
at us. Yeah.
Crashed the party and was like, hey,
Crash
we
the
gonna be here for
party.
a minute. So
Yeah.
you're exactly right. This is a crash the party moment.
I'm
So
like, go out and shock
I'm
the
excited.
world. It's fun doing it.
This is why we watch. This is why we watch. This is why we watch. There was another game I was gonna ask you about. She's just been so many days. Um, yeah, but Ohio State has to be able to deliver 40 minutes of hell on defense. They have to be able to deliver that.
Why not?
And
Go for it.
Asia Petty has to be locked in to deal with
And then you
Betts.
got Theory. You got Theory. She plays
Theory,
well. You
Gray,
got the other
yeah,
Cambridge girl.
lock in. But for those of y'all that's trying to be, you know, something a little bit more than just a college hooper, let us know. Louisville gave Notre Dame a fight at first, and then it didn't go so well. It was another game I was gonna ask. Somebody else had to come on down. Oklahoma, Kentucky. Did you get to check that game out? Georgia Amore went for the 43. How did you like how after these losses the AP showed up?
I think they got it right.
Okay.
I think they got it right. I'm kind of curious though, with what do you think about UConn being higher than LSU?
To be expected. And the reason why I say to be expected is because I feel like at the end of the day, it's still LSU still hasn't really played as many ranked teams or had, I think UConn had the tougher cupcake.
It's a scheduling. It's a scheduling. You're saying that. But if in your expert opinion, and I respect it, picture LSU playing UConn. And I mean everybody playing their best, meaning like Fla, Nisa, Mikaylah. I'll just start with those three. And then you look at UConn playing their best, AZ, Strong, and Page. Who do you think would win that game? Them at their best.
That's a toss up for me. I think, I hate this. I think it comes down to refereeing. If they're allowed to play physical and be tough, LSU probably wins. If they call it close,
that's what I say.
It would probably be UConn. I think
LSU's faster.
If it came down
grittier.
If it came down to coaching, if it came down to coaching, Gino got 11 of them things, and I think
but he ain't been Ginoing.
No. What I'm finna say is that I think that 11 of those things means that at the end of the game, UConn is gonna have a set that they go to be able to win the game.
Okay.
At the end of the game, LSU is probably gonna try to have Caitlin Gilbert try to close it in a close one.
Right, right.
And so I just
think Mikaylah.
Or Mikaylah, but I just said Caitlin because Caitlin's been their closer a lot, a couple of times. I just think that when it comes down to X's and O's, UConn is gonna run offensive sets and plays, and I don't know that LSU does that. And then they go into a hero ball, and that could be tough. That could be tough. But I think LSU's problem with UConn is that they potentially would win the Mikaylah, Anissa, Flage matchups. But when
it's very close.
But when they go deeper into the bench,
it's UConn.
I think Gino's bench is deeper.
And I think Cess, if you're taking on that analysis right, that might be why they have that
It also
slight
may matter where they
edge.
play too, though, Jew.
Because they
It,
got two losses.
it also may matter where they play, whether they in the PMAC or in stores. That could factor in. That could factor in.
Dang, you gonna throw that out there? Damn.
It also,
Okay.
but but if we just talking like how they would meet in a attorney settlement attorney in a attorney setting, like on a neutral court, then probably would give it to Gino and his bench. Probably would give it to Gino and his bench. I think those three could play each other to
Damn.
cancel each
So
other
you
out.
so you so you see
Uh,
UConn in the
no, I have
Final
not. I
Four.
have not seen. I haven't seen. I see you telling me that Nike officially unveils Asia's
Oh yeah, I
signature.
seen that shoe.
I haven't seen. I
I
haven't
wouldn't
seen
get
it yet.
that color, but I like the shoe.
But yeah, I think. Yeah, I just think. You know.
Dang.
Is it ADR versus Alfie? Alfie, like. I'm leaning Gino. Um, Az, Sarah. And I also just think that the experience of this UConn team kind of being together, because they've been together, except for like Chin is there and Strong, they added in. Even though they haven't necessarily played a whole lot, I think Gino and his bench. And I think Gino and his bench could get it done in the PMAC. I think that they played under some pretty big lights. And I don't know. I seen LSU get a little bit rattled in the CLA game. I seen them kind of like, "What's up, bro? Come on!" A little like ADR wouldn't see the floor. Wait a minute, I thought everybody was fine playing good. UConn hasn't beaten anybody good this season, so I can't really take them.
It's hard.
Has LSU beaten anybody really good this
with
year?
UConn. They've lost, to top 4 teams, with us and Notre Dame, and then they're going to play you guys. So I don't know who UConn can show me that they are worthy of being in the Final Four, as some have predicted.
Well, I had LSU as a potential Final Four team between Notre Dame and Southern Cal. Two of those would be the other two with us and UConn, and I had us and UConn in the championship.
So you see a lot in UConn, and that's amazing. If they wind up in the championship, I will be blown away.
So what I've been saying,
Notre Dame being in the championship before them.
What I've been saying about Notre Dame's playing outstanding. I probably would. So for me now, I probably would have Notre Dame for sure in the Final Four with you guys and LSU trying to figure out who gets that fourth spot. But
okay.
For UConn, it's always been since the beginning of the season if 1.5 other people show up to play with Paige. So it looks like Sarah Strong is the one.
1.5.
They got Sarah Strong is the one, but that consistent 0.5, it's different to be that 0.5 in the Big East. That 0.5 wasn't consistent in the non-conference. They lost some games that, if they had a little bit more consistency, lose. So for me, 1.5. But
February 16th.
Tournament Gino is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to what bracket they in. Notre Dame, like a size, might get them in the tournament.
It does have a lot to do with those
depends.
brackets.
Like, hey, Koval, who are you? Okay, what are you doing? You ready yet? It's March now, honey. You ready? You know what I mean? Like
Aubrey Griffin, is she a high?
I don't know. Right now, they've been a 0.5 by committee. They've been a 0.5 by committee. We have to see who actually shows up to be that other 0.5. But I'm not. I don't count Gino out, and I don't count Paige. I don't count Paige Beckers out because I know they'll win. They're gonna win the Big East.
Like I think Paige is gonna turn on the aggressive side of Paige, and towards the end of the season, towards when we
And
get
maybe
into
she
the
don't want
tournament.
nobody to see aggressive Paige. Maybe she want a surprise.
Yeah,
I'm different. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I never left. I'm here.
Yeah, I just been pacing myself.
I'm just pacing
I don't know.
exactly. I feel like she pacing herself. You're not gonna hurt me. You're not the girl don't fell on me and stuff. I'm not trying to like go out like that.
You like Gamecocks versus Notre Dame in the final? Okay. It's hard to judge UConn because they
Would
conference.
y'all be surprised? Would y'all chat fam? Would you be surprised to see UCLA in the finals? Would anybody be surprised?
No, that's the narrative that they want.
Right.
We know. We know.
Right.
We know. We see y'all. They're not good at hiding what they want the narrative to be at all.
They trying to low key, but it's gonna start amping up.
Oh yeah, it's finna get real right now. It's finna get real right now. So we got a couple some big games coming up this week. Some big games coming up this week, and then Sunday will be upon us. Sunday will
What's
be.
Sunday?
We play Texas Sunday.
It's time for that game already.
It'll be February the 9th.
I feel like you just played them like
this thing moving right along.
That's too fast. They ain't no different than what. Okay, all right. So you going to Texas?
Yeah, didn't you hear? They asked Big Drip like, "Where you gonna watch the Super Bowl?" And she was like, "What? I'm going to the Super Bowl right after the game. What? I got tickets. I'm leaving. I'm leaving
She's
Texas
taking a
to hit
private
New
jet.
Orleans.
I am going to
Texas
the
to New
game.
Orleans. Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. Shoot, she said I'm be in the building. What you mean? Where I'm gonna
She
watch
was like,
the game?
wrap this thing up. Wrap this thing up.
We play at 2:00. That's plenty of time to get on into Notre Dame. I mean,
So
get into
play
Notre
at
Dame. Get into New Orleans.
Okay, because it only takes 2 hours to play the game. Wrap it up. Post. Okay, then 2, 4, 5. So she gonna get on a plane. So the game probably start 7:00 your time? No,
I have no idea what time the game starts.
No, Super Bowls is usually like 3 o'clock my time, 3:30, something like that. She gonna be just pulling in, like they gonna have to fly her, put a helicopter on top of the roof, get down.
That's what I was wondering. Is she gonna? Is she gonna? So
private jet it.
The Super Bowl starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. It looked like
Eastern. Yeah, because it's like 3:30 my time.
So,
wrap this thing up.
To me, it's like jump off the plane, and then when you jump off the plane, you just take the helicopter and land. I'm sure they got a helipad at somewhere near the stadium, if not at the stadium in New Orleans, and just come on in, Drip. Yeah, she probably in the box. I was just wondering, do the whole team get to go, or is she gonna be like, "I see y'all when I get back"? Now y'all don't act up on the way home. You know what I mean?
You think she got a suite?
Everybody going, or is Drip going?
I don't know what.
You said what?
If she got a suite, Cess, but those suites are hell of expensive for the Super Bowl.
Not for $4 million Drip.
It's gonna be about that.
They call her 4 milli. They call her 4 milli.
I was thinking she might get into some.
But I just don't. I'm with you, FM. I don't think she want to party with somebody. I don't think she want to party with her team. Like y'all go home, grown folks is going out.
Right.
The grown folks gonna party now because if Philadelphia wins, she gonna cut up. So
I don't be with my team.
Hey,
I got it.
Yeah, I see y'all when I get back. Okay, give everybody a kiss on the cheek. All right, see y'all. All right, see y'all.
Get some rest.
Y'all call me when y'all get there.
How might not even like football? No, I'm not wasting my. Nah.
I don't even know that she has to waste no money. If Drip say, as much as she's a Philadelphia Eagles fan and as much as she's Philly, Philadelphia probably asked her, what you want? What you want? Oh yeah, yeah. Y'all not grown. Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. She ain't. That's what I said. I don't think what you need. You coming? Hey, hey. That's all. Hey, see Don, come. Hey, we got you. If y'all make it to the Super Bowl, you know what I get. Drew, what you got before we get ready to get out of here?
Somebody gave her a ticket for sale, or space. You're like, she's
Now I
feeling.
wonder if her and the coaches is going and they gonna send the kids back on the plane. So will it be like drip and Sessions
The
and
coaches
Boyer?
need to fly back with them.
And
They
Gandy?
need to fly some
Oh, you a hater, Drew. You a hater.
assistants need to
You
fly
a
back
hater,
with the
Drew.
team. Something
You a
happens
hater.
that's I'm as a parent gonna be like, where the heck go? No.
Man, listen, hey, Sakima, you in charge of the daycare.
No, you the representative for the university be on that place.
I
Not
don't
the
know. Whoever
trainers, not
y'all had
the
to, so here it is. One of y'all got to go with them. Y'all pick straws. And it's so when I'm looking at it, who probably got to go,
equipment
who probably got
manager.
to stay? Winston. Winston got to take the kids home. Because the ladies going out. Boyer, Law, Sessions, they going out. Gandy. Winston, take the kids home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winston, Gandy.
Can't
He
leave
got to take
the kids unsupervised.
yeah.
Liability.
But Nettie, everybody else going to the Super Bowl.
They got a large staff. Okay.
Kima and Winston. She probably like, y'all can have a party at my house. Just don't tear it up.
I'm not trying to hate. I'm trying to get. I don't know how close.
Don't let the team
coaches.
have a Super Bowl party at her crib. Just don't mess it up. Just don't break nothing. Y'all can watch it at my crib.
She have it
I'm giving
all
y'all the
set up
keys
and
now.
catered.
Don't mess my house up. Nah, it's gonna be some good hoops coming up. Super Bowl coming up. A lot of good sports coming up. A lot of good unrivaled games coming up. I was saying Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Get Thursday out my head. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got movies coming. Check ball. We up is back Thursday morning. Jude, when are you live again?
Thinking about going live today. I set up a stream because I never talked about AP top 25. Just to kind of touch base with my peeps about USC Trojan's upcoming games and to see where everybody's at, touch base. What they
absolutely
about rankings, stuff like that.
I don't know. I got something else coming up today. Before we get out of here, on every show from now until it's over with, I'm gonna remind y'all. Oh, and I get your opinion. Joyce Edwards, National Freshman of the Year. I'm pushing the narrative.
And to be in the talk for that. If
you don't believe me, ask me why. Like I told y'all, in the top 20 overall, she is the only freshman, top 3 field goal percentage. She shoots 57.1% or something like that. Most efficient freshman out there, leading the number 2 team in the nation. Tell me another one that's doing it. I'll wait.
What's her percentage?
Oh, I don't know. Her team made number 2 in the nation. What the number is they? See, that's my thing. If you lower than me, you got to be doing better than me. I'm here. So since I was saying we're not gonna talk about Joyce's National Freshman of the Year because they're not gonna give it to her anyway. And then I watched Dawn's post game, and she was like, "No, this ain't a one woman race. There is it's other freshmen out here. Joyce Edwards is that deal. She is that deal. Check her numbers. She is leading our team in points and rebounds off the bench as a freshman.
That's worthy.
The number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah, that's worthy.
When I look at the number 1 team, they ain't got a freshman doing it better than her. So what y'all talking about? It's crazy work for Rolls Royce. I'm gonna keep telling y'all about her.
Right, that's worthy.
Telling y'all about her until somebody tell me why she's not. And Jelani Cambridge having a great season. What's her name?
Sarah Strong.
Mikaylah Blakes dropped 53.
Oh, Mikaylah Blakes.
Where y'all going? Who y'all beat? See, that's my thing. I'm tired of the participation trophies. I want to reward and award excellence, efficiency, winning mentalities, championships. Not you get a trophy and you get a trophy, you get a trophy. We didn't live like that. It was one trophy. It was you win or you lost. And crazy stats for Rolls Royce Joyce. Crazy stats for Rolls Royce Joyce. But that's all I got. I'm gonna be back sometime today. Oh yeah, she got the stamp of she was goaded. Dawn and Asia gave her the stamp of approval. Strongest in the competition for freshman of the year, but she's also in the Big East Conference. And so when it's all said and done with Joyce, I want to know, y'all tell me how many freshmen number one played against ranked teams. Number one ranked teams, and number two, tell me how many freshmen played against more um skilled bigs that she has. She went up against Anissa, took her down. Seen Beers, couldn't do nothing with us. Seen Madison, ain't none of them did nothing with her. Ain't none of them did nothing with her. Every time you see her, she's just doing better. Every time you see her,
rounding out. She's rounding out at the right time. She's rounding into the right at the right time.
Oh man! And when she throw this 3-point shot on y'all, then y'all gonna be like, oh god. And the scary part is when you look at these other teams, tell me another freshman that they got right now that can deal with what's coming. This is her as a freshman with 20 games under her belt. What is she gonna look like with a whole season under her belt? What is she gonna look like with 3 seasons under her belt? Y'all heard me. Rolls Royce Joyce. She's gonna win. She's the National Freshman of the Year. She's the SEC Freshman of the Year. And clip it right now. I'm calling it. She will be a 2-time National Player of the Year. Clip it. And with that, Ju, you got anything else?
That's it. You knocked it out the park.
Well, we gonna get on out of here. Be on the lookout for the alerts. Be on the lookout for the alerts. If nothing else, y'all know we'll get a therapy later today, but maybe something else will come up. We'll see. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.